Welcome to Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends, a weekly talking segment with invited guests, best-selling authors, international speakers, coaches, and business leaders. A collective conversation aimed to empower, encourage, inspire all that listen. So welcome to our show, Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends.
You're muted, Dr. Sandy.
Okay.
There we go. No.
Okay. How about that?
Yes.
I think I am. Oh my goodness. Listen, to God be all the glory. Hey everybody, and welcome to another great episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I am your host, Dr. Sandy Sanders. And yes, where we host authors, anthology book projects. Most of all, I say that it is for you. Why do I say that? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. Tonight, these ladies are on tour. I told y'all last month they will be back with us on tonight. And yes, we are with the amazing, the phenomenal, yes, who am I talking about? The lady in tech herself, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker, right along with the amazing women that are a part of this soon-to-be released book that is called Ladies in Tech and Friends, Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4. So at this time, I am going to, yes, ask the lady in tech herself, Kenyatta, to go ahead and open up her mic. Listen, how you doing, my lady? Welcome back.
Hello, Dr. Sandy. Once again, thank you for having us. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here.
Absolutely. I'm honored that you're here with me. You've been doing a lot of stuff.
Oh, man. Yes, it has been. Ladies in Tech have been on the move.
Yeah. You're on tour. The book is amazing. Well, we already know it. It's going to be amazing. We're talking, and when we say it's amazing, we're volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. We're super excited. So tonight, those of you that are listening, and I tell you, you are leaders of leaders, coaches of coaches. And listen, these ladies, these books of Ladies in Tech has opened up our world, and knowing that women of color are really being in the space of the technology world. And we're so proud to know that you're there and making our lives really, really easy and good. Okay. Well, listen, on tonight, as I tell you, share it out. I am going to listen. We're going to do a round, like a round robin introduction of these amazing ladies. We are brought to you tonight. Have a couple of sponsors. Of course, Ladies in Tech and the school, they are our sponsors. So we're really going to be talking about what's coming up with the community of Ladies in Tech. And we also want to acknowledge the Herpreneur Network International, founded by Dr. Nikki Ziegler, has an amazing upcoming conference, the business conference that will be held in March. So we are sponsored by the Herpreneur Network, the Her Code Experience. And so we'll be talking about that a little bit later. But at this time, Kenyatta, go ahead and open up your mic. Yes, and then we'll start with Pratt. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
So I'll start. So thank you. Ladies in Tech, I am just glad to see all these beautiful faces. We have Ladies in Tech and Friends as volume 4, building careers not meant for us. And we wanted to expand Ladies in Tech for volume 4 to not just in technology, but also women in male dominated fields. We all experience some of the same themes, right? As in the workplace, of being a woman in the workplace. And we wanted to hear from not just from the women in technology, but from women from different areas, from the military, we have construction. There's different places of where in the male-dominated field that is represented. So we have 24 authors in volume 4. I am excited to have these ladies, and hearing some of their stories has been absolutely phenomenal, and wondering of what they have gone through, the things that they have faced, some of the challenges they have faced. And we have this ladies in tech community that we're able to share with one another. We're able to support one another and what that means. So I am excited for you all to hear from them tonight. Hear from them. I think we have one more episode with Dr. Sandy, coffee conversation, so we can hear from each of the authors, and then we'll talk a little later about where you can hear more from each of the authors. Muted. You're muted, Dr. Sandy.
I am. There I am. Okay, I wanted to mute while you were talking. So, listen, yes, thank you so much. We just heard from the visionary of this amazing book. She is the visionary of this project, and super, super excited. She's done several of there's a volume 1, volume 2, and now, volume 3, and now volume 4. And just to share a little bit about Kenyatta, I'm going to be doing that a little bit later, okay? But at this time, I want the ladies to go ahead and let's introduce them. Let us know who they are. I do want to say hello to our YouTube family and those that are listening over there to the YouTube. Listen, you may be first time here, but now you're family, okay? All right. So thank you for stepping through and listening and supporting these amazing, amazing women. Yes, I am going to start with Sharma. I've interviewed you before, and listen, welcome back. It's so super, super excited to see you. So come on and say hello to our audience.
Thank you, Dr. Sandy. Thank you, Kenyatta. And thank you to all our audience who are listening across the world. This is not my first time with Dr. Sandy or Kenyatta doing this book. This is the 3rd book I have worked as a contributing author for Kenyatta, and I'm really grateful for that. I work in New York State. I work for New York State Office of Information Technology as a director of strategic initiatives. What I have done over the years is worked in many different areas of IT, from development, software development, to business analysis, project management. And now what I work for my client agencies, identify what their future needs in terms of IT is, and bring those in terms of project and bring them to life. So basically we vision what the technology future at New York State will be, and then try to bring that in the life, plan it forward. That's my role. In this book, because this is my 3rd book, Kenyatta asked me to talk more about my journey, then more about my history. So we'll talk about that later. But I'm super excited to work on this book with Kenyatta, and I'm very happy to share all the stories and hear all other stories too.
Absolutely. I'm super excited to see you again and to hear what your contribution is to this volume. And now at this time, I'm going to do call on the ladies just as I see them here on our screen. While we're doing that, I got to do a little bit of housekeeping. I got some folks over there that just act, saying some crazy stuff. So, all right. Yeah, listen, you're going to have respect for these ladies and our platform. Okay, I will kick you off. All right, but we are now going to hear from the amazing Andrea Smith. Dr. Smith, come on. She is the CEO of IntegraPath Solutions. Come on and say hey to us. It was great meeting you.
Greetings, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I am Andrea Smith. I am an IT project manager, an entrepreneur, and also a publisher. I lead at the intersection of technology, strategy, and faith. I serve as the CEO of IntegraPath Solutions, where we specialize in project management consulting. And I'm also the CEO of Smith Brown Press, where we offer publishing for authors and thought leaders to bring their messages to life. I'm also the editor for volumes 3 and volumes 4 of the Ladies in Tech group. So I'm excited. My career has included leading complex initiatives in healthcare. My background has been in healthcare for the past 20 years. I didn't follow a straight academic path into technology, nor was my pathway straight. I kind of worked my way up from the ground up in trying to find exactly what I was interested in. So I've gone through operational to management until I transitioned to tech. And I realized that those who were creating those programs behind the scenes had no clue what they were really doing. And so I was like, let me branch over into the tech field and combine my healthcare knowledge and my tech experience. And so that perspective kind of shapes my writing for this chapter. I'm passionate about encouraging people who feel unconventional or underestimated, overlooked to pursue excellence. And so I believe that our starting point doesn't necessarily determine our calling, but with Christ, all things are possible. And so I'm honored to be here and excited to share more of that journey today.
Absolutely. I'm excited too. We do want to give a great big shout out, Sharika. Thank you for coming through. And of course, I call her my moderator, the evangelist of tech. Listen, Sabrina Lowry is in the house with us on this evening, always giving great support. So do see you in the audience for sure. And Dr. Nadia is here with us this evening as well. So we do, as she says, hello, everyone. Yeah, she's giving a great big shout out to everyone. Yes, indeed. So at this time, we're going to also now hear from, MonicaFaye Hall. Come on, if you will. Come on and say hello to us, if you will.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sandy and Kenyatta, for having us, for having me. Kenyatta, thank you for your leadership and for this lit movement. I call it a movement. I think it's great. Just honored to be a part of it. My name is MonicaFaye Hall. I am the founder of the Digital Hall, a digital marketing agency focused on building systems that support without chaos and without the guesswork. Because I believe in analytics. I believe that analytics is the way behind everything you do in business. I work in e-commerce as well as digital marketing. I like to say that my expertise sits between strategy and execution. On the technical side, that includes SEO, paid media, analytics, conversion optimization, content strategy, but I'm also a developer. And actually, that's how I started in this business. But what really sets my work apart is how I put those pieces together and design something that works well for the business. I focus on building infrastructure. So traffic and data and messaging, revenue, all those things fit together and they're not in silos. I bring it all together to create a story for execution. While helping founders and mission-driven organizations to understand what's really happening in their digital ecosystem. So that's what I like to do, make sure, I let them know where the leads are coming from, what's converting, what's the leak, those type of things, and just build and refine and continue to grow their business so that it is not reactive, but repeatable, if that makes sense. I just take a practical approach. I don't chase trends. I like real metrics, and real metrics really drive everything for me. I also am in the middle of launching my new SaaS platform, which is Serpfinity, which helps with all of this. It brings it all together, the reporting, whatever you need for digital marketing. It will be included in this SaaS application that will be introduced in March. But that's it. That's all about me.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
I love it. Keeping you busy. I love it. So audience, listen, listen, ladies in tech and friends. So far, you have heard from our visionary author, the amazing, yes, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker, who is leading the pathway for women to share the stories, to connect, to collaborate when it comes to technology and women in the technology field. She is a technology leader. She has been in the tech field for over 30 plus years. And of course, she is an award-winning visionary leader, international speaker, leadership coach, and technology executive with, as I mentioned, nearly 30 years of experience, not only as a leadership, but also government, IT, leadership, enterprise, modernization, and organizational transformation. So we do know that she's bringing a wealth of knowledge to this subject of ladies in tech. Definitely, she's raised the bar for our podcast, and it's always such an honor to be a part of the journey of ladies in tech. Kenyatta and I started. Now we're talking about volume 4. It's been a minute, 4 years. Wow. And so to see the growth, the growth of both of us, but also to be along in this journey with the Ladies in Tech movement. Yes, it is certainly a movement. So those of you that are tuning in, we are with the contributing authors. This is our second interview because there are a total of 24 authors that are a part of this amazing book. And so we're super excited that Kenyatta is trusting you, our community, and Coffee Conversation to hear about these ladies. So listen, I don't want y'all to forget. I tell you, put it on a post-it note, put it on your head, because some stuff going to be happening when in March. Okay, let's keep it moving. We are going now to Sydney. Sydney, Osei, thank you. Come on and say hello to us. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sydney Osei, like Miss Sandy just said. I'm an information technology student at Towson University with its focus on system administration and cloud computing. I graduate this May. I'm so excited to enter the tech space. I have hands-on experience in AWS, in PowerShell, in network security. I just have a passion for learning about tech and improving myself and following in the footsteps of my mentors and the fellow ladies of tech who are a part of this book, who paved the way for me and my peers. I do serve as the author project coordinator for Ladies in Tech and Friends, and I'm so excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
Well, we're very happy that you're here. And I'm going to pause a second. I need y'all to be in this conversation with Kenyatta and I. Kenyatta, we talked about her generation. Listen, Kenyatta, y'all know who listen to Coffee Conversation. I'm a prayer warrior. I'll pray at the drop of a hat, okay? And in our conversation, God is so faithful. Sydney, we talked about your generation. We talked about young girls, you and your generation. And Kenyatta, this was part of of what God placed in your heart. I need you to pause for a moment and give God some glory. Come on, talk about it.
Yes, I was so excited to have Sydney. She's actually the baby of all 4 volumes.
You about to make me cry.
Yeah.
I am, y'all.
I said, Lord, I hope she didn't mind me calling her a baby, but she was the baby of all 4 values.
It's true.
And to just hear her also say, like we're standing on the shoulders of others, and she'll be standing on the shoulders of us, of women that are kind of leading the way. That's why we're here. This is why we want to be able to support the younger generation so that they can see there are, yes, women, there are powerful, wonderful women in the tech field, and that this may be some level of encouragement for them to do the same. So when I saw actually a friend of a friend kind of introduced me to Sydney and she wanted to be in the book, I'm like, yes. I'm just honored to have her as a part. And I'm hoping that this is like an encouragement for other young ladies as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I see Dr. Audrey is in the audience. Hey, Dr. Audrey, we're going to give you a great big shout out. It's always an honor. She's part of, she's part of what, volume 3? Volume 2, volume 3?
2, 3, and 4. Yep.
Oh, she's in. Okay, she is in here. Okay.
2, 3, and she's in this one too.
Wow. Dr. Audrey, thank you so much for coming through. It's always a pleasure. Powerful woman of God. And yes, it's an incredible story. But I had to pause there for a second because we talked about one of the authors, and we'll go back, when she said young girls, they were just, they see themselves. And so to see you here, to hear you say, well, I've been walking this this interview journey with Kenyatta for a minute, or for a few years. And listen, I'm just excited. Let's keep it moving. Kimmisha, listen, I'll get the praising the Lord and just give it back to Lord, because I see we talk about our influence. We talk about places that we make an impact. And so, Kimmisha, I want you to come on and be ready. Having seen what Kenyatta talked about, but it hadn't yet come and appeared. We're in this year of manifestation. And so when God's doing some things behind the scenes, that's all. I'm just happy. Come on, baby.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kimmisha Michels, and I am the founder of Enliven Creative Agency, which is a boutique style agency that focuses on brand development, innovation, and strategy. And this is my first time being part of Ladies in Tech, because the last year I have been building my own software in order to address the 42% business failure due to mindset. I wanted to create a software that is a wellness program, not only for the business, for them to be able to know how healthy they are, but to also know how healthy their mindset is. Because whether people want to admit it or not, that mindset has a big role in how you make decisions. And when somebody has been through something traumatic, whether it's a relationship breakup, a divorce, a death, or coming out of a narcissistic relationship, it can trigger your mind into protection mode, which is also known as survival mode. And when you are operating in survival mode, you think you're being strategic, but you're really not. And what happens is that your nervous system hijacks your ability to make clean, clear decisions. And so I wanted to help business owners, but also enterprises who are struggling in those arenas, because that affects self-sabotaging, imposter syndrome, and fear-based decisions. So I just wanted to bring a solution, because I know as executives, C-suites, you're not allowed to not have it together. People look down upon you if you don't have it together, or if internally you're falling apart. They don't care, because you're just supposed to always have it together. So I created this so that they have a space to say, I'm not okay, and to say it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for your share. I appreciate that. And we're going to hear more. I definitely want to hear more. And you all that are in our audience, I hope that you're sharing out. We do see some comments over there in the chat. And we're going to go ahead to our next author, Dr. Donnisha Davis. Come on and say hello to us, if you will.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Donnisha Davis, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of FlixMate. And FlixMate is an entertainment discovery app built for people who love recommendations, but they're tired of losing them. So if you're at brunch or you got recommendations going on in your group chat, they don't have to be lost. Now you have a place to put them, and that's what FlixMate is for. and many other things. So again, FlixMate is for that moment that helps you save. You can organize your watch list in the app. You can track what you're watching, and you can share with the people who actually get your vibe. So we're really simple: discover, share, and track. Just also about me, I am a professor at Marymount University where I teach design. So I would say for now, I'm kind of at the intersection of design, tech, and leadership. Earlier this year, I guess I was in a forced pause where I had to choose early retirement. And that decision helped me to go all in on FlixMate, my business. And so my chapter, I'm really excited about. It's having the audacity. That's the name of my chapter. Having the audacity, really just believing in yourself, believing that you choose yourself, because life isn't perfect. And it's before money is stable. It's before anything gives you permission just to have the audacity to bet on yourself.
Ooh, I love it. 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 And I know we're going to hear more from you. If you will, take a moment because we'll be coming back around so that you can share more. You'll have a little bit more time to share about your chapter. Okay, I do want you to do that. So over in the chat, I do want you to put in your website if you have one. So ladies, yes, take time because you will be speaking shortly to our audience. Let's talk about what's going to happen. And Dr. Kimberly, I'm coming to you. Didn't forget you. Okay. I looked over. I was like, oh my goodness, Dr. Kathy. Yes, Kimberly. So come on. And then after that, some things are going to be happening in March. Come on and say hello to us if you will. Are you able to hear? Yeah, undo your, there you go.
Okay, yes. Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know what has happened. I'm going in and out a little bit. Okay, I'm Kimberly. I'm Kimberly Jenkins, and I'm proud to say that I'm Kenyatta's sister, and I'm so proud of her. She's my hero. She's been such an amazing inspiration for me. Kimberly, as I said, I'm also known as Spirit. It's my nickname. I'm an Army veteran. I've done 20 years. I retired a few years ago with a career in HR. I got out and decided I'm done with HR, so I've pivoted to IT, following my sister's footsteps. So now I'm a software developer, so still able to work with the government and DOD and still serve. So I'm working with the Army right now, doing working with their systems, with doing software development. And I'm also a founder of Powers LLC, which for Powers, me, my sister, and brother, named after the three of us. Right now, it's a startup. We're getting started. Going to be based on technology. And so we see where it's going to go. And then I'm also starting Spirit Lux Travels, because travel is my passion. So I'm, got my hands into a few different things. So that's me.
Okay. I love it. So Kenyatta, is this the sister that's on the motorcycle? That rides the motorcycle? You only got one sister, is that right?
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
You know what? Here's the thing. Your hair is different. I remember meeting you. Listen, she's spunky and full of fire. And she didn't tell that little bit. This lady drove cross country, so to speak, in the States on a motorcycle. I mean, she's a deal, leather jacket and all. I love it. She's for my younger version of myself that didn't buy the motorcycle. I just wanted it. I love it. I love it. Those of you that are tuning in tonight, listen, I do want to thank, and our audience have come through to support, is the phenomenal, yes, Dr. Allison G. Daniels out of the DMV area. You all know that, listen, this is the lady that is amazing. So we do thank you. She's coming through plethora of books that she has published, authored herself. And so she's also one of our sponsors. Yes, AGD Publishing. And so thank you so much, Dr. Allison, for coming through and supporting. We also have Dana in the room with us. And they say Dana in the house. Dana Cade, yes, coming through. Congratulations to all of you authors. All right. So listen, as I was about to do, some things are happening in March. I am going to yield back, share my screen. And Kenyatta, let's go ahead and hit what's going to be happening in March. And then, of course, then we'll start our, we'll hear an infomercial, and then we'll come back and, begin our conversation about the book.
March 21st and March 22nd. It is a 2-day Ladies in Tech experience, Ladies in Tech Networking Summit, and book launch. So, of course, we will have all of the authors announcing and recognizing each of the authors. We'll have some of the authors will actually be speakers. We'll have the Ladies in Tech panel of where we will hear how different things of how women can face and what we may face in the workplace, and of course some strategies in helping us maneuver those things. We will have vendors. We will have, of course, networking and collaboration. One of the biggest pieces that I always try to focus on is networking and connections, because we need to connect to know each other. And a lot of people tell me that when attending a book launch is what makes them even want to attend and be a part of the book. I would say even Sydney from the last book launch, she was at the launch and now she wanted to be a part of the book. And it has happened to me several times. But on March 21st, March 22nd, we will have an in-person on the 21st. 22nd will be virtual, but it is one ticket for both days to attend. Of course, we'll have swag bags, we'll have a light lunch, we'll have the vendors, we'll have networking, and of course, the dynamic speakers of Ladies in Tech. So I'm excited about it. I am also looking for, we do have opportunities for more virtual speakers. So if you're interested in getting in front of professional women, entrepreneurs, and even women that may be looking for careers, especially in technology, we have opportunities for virtual speakers as well as sponsors. We are always looking for sponsors to help support the Ladies in Tech Networking Summit and book launch. The ladies will be there as well as to be able to sign their book. So everyone will also get a copy of the book and get it signed personally by each of the authors. So March 21st, March 22nd in Towson, Maryland, starts at 12 noon in Towson, Maryland.
I love it. I love it. So I just put it over in the chat. Listen, we need you to go ahead and get registered. As Kenyatta mentioned, is that the ticket will cover, it covers either or, in person or virtual, or both?
It covers both. So in person in Towson on Saturday and virtual on Sunday, and it covers both. And you can get tickets at KenyattaPowersRucker.com. So one ticket for both days.
Awesome. And so good. I did put it over in the chat. And so listen, go ahead and click onto it. If you're listening now, or you may be listening to the replay, do go ahead and get your ticket. We want to make sure that you feel that this space is filled, and also just overflow on the virtual on that Sunday. Come and support any way that you possibly can. And if you'd like to sponsor this event, you can also find the sponsorship link as well. At the entire website is just full of all of the information, the about, the shopping, the service, the events, and what Ladies in Tech Network Summit and book launch is all about. It is again scheduled for March the 21st and 22nd. And so this is that's good. I love the virtual opportunity. And so how can they get apply to speak? where do we?
It's on the website. There's a
All
virtual
right, it's on the
website.
website. Townsend, Maryland. Listen, Townsend, Maryland is amazing. I enjoyed whenever I was there a few years back. I love it, love it. So those of you that are tuning in, as you just heard from the visionary author herself of Ladies in Tech, it is a movement, but the book we're talking about tonight, and this is the one that is a current that will be released in March. And this is, yes, Ladies in Tech and Friends. This is the book that we will be discussing on tonight. These are the contributing authors. And also the forward author is with us on this evening. Who is your forward author that is with us on tonight?
That's Sabrina.
Yes, Sabrina. Yes. Awesome. And Sabrina is over in the chat supporting and sharing out as well. Well, listen, at this time, we're just going to hear from one of our sponsors. And then after that, none other than these voices that you will be hearing, we will be hearing from them, okay? And they'll be sharing their books. Let's go ahead and hear from Dr. Jonathan
Hello, everyone.
Haynes,
My name is Dr. Jonathan Haynes, and I'm so honored to be a sponsor for Book Talks with Sandy Sanders. I am offering my services to you. Yes, you heard that right. I am the Songbird of the South, Gospel Award-winning recording artist, 5-time international best-selling author, motivational speaker, educator, mental health coach, vocal coach, and I'm offering my service to you. Yes, you heard that right. You can reach me at phone number 228-313-9068 or reach me by email, sbirdproductions56@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to connecting with you.
Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Meyer, or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Dr. Brenda Myers and Dr. Jonathan Haynes. Yes, great supporters. So if you're looking for someone, listen, Dr. Jonathan, he is, yes, an award-winning singer, author, motivational speaker. So much is going on with this young man out of Gulfport, Mississippi. And of course, Dr. Brenda Myers. And of course, if you would like to sponsor or, yes, advertise your business on Coffee Conversation with Sandy, just simply reach out to me. You know how you can do that. Coffee Conversations with Sandy. Just reach out to me on any of our social media platforms and we'll have that conversation of how we can serve you. Well, those of you that are tuning in, yes, tonight we are with another round of conversation. Ladies in Tech, how many of y'all in the audience? I need you to put Ladies in Tech in the chat. Let us know where you're listening from, where you're following Kenyatta from. Are you overseas? Listen, yeah, we got some folks that listen over in another country, okay? But really, yes, we are, and we really do. We're powered by CTR Media Network, where we are heard in over 350 million viewers worldwide in over 100 countries globally. So we're super, super excited to have you in the audience with us. I want to see, yes, we've got Virginia in the house. Yes, we do. Thank you for putting it through, Danya. Thank you for putting this information. And there it is, those of you that are listening. And we've also got, yes, and all the way out of Atlanta in the Georgia area, Evangelist Tamala Coleman, who is also an author as well, an award-winning author also. And yes, thank you guys for coming through. Adelia, thank you for coming through out of Virginia. So y'all putting it in there, letting us know where you're from. Well, Kenyatta, let's have these conversations. I'm super excited. How did you meet Pratt? You've been sitting there, you and Andrea, y'all sitting so patiently, yes, and just kind of sitting back. Ladies, come on and tell us, where did you meet Kenyatta? And how did you come about saying yes to her book projects? Andrea, I want to start with you, and then Pratt, I want you to pick up. And then, ladies, we're going to do open mic, what they call popcorn style. Okay. How'd you meet this lady?
Interesting. So I met Kenyatta through the Facebook group, Black Women in Project and Program Management. And she reached out. We talked about her third volume. And, you know, I came to an interest meeting, found that we were so knitted beyond the scope of ladies in tech, but spiritually, she was my sister. And this was a God ordained thing. And I told Kenyatta, I actually texted her the other day. I was like, you know, just meeting you was such a godsend. Our vision, we have so many similarities. We love bringing women together. We love sewing into the next generation. And so sometimes you don't have to create your own. You can get behind someone else who has something going on, right, and support them. So that's why I'm here.
Love it. I love it. Pratt, how about you?
So I have a very interesting story. I was not part of the book one, volume one. Kia Goldberg, who was another author, she was part of volume one. She works with me. So one day she came to me and said, see, I worked on this book. Do you think it's interesting? And do you want to join the group? I read the full book, the volume one, and I'm like, this is impressive. And she touched base with Kenyatta. We connected. I was floored to hear her journey. She's so professional, so thoughtful, so planned. She has a vision. That first meeting, I'm like, I'm working with her. This is amazing. And it's been 3 years. It has been an amazing, amazing partnership with Kenyatta. Really love working with you.
That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. And that is amazing. Both ladies. Come on, Sydney. How did you meet Kenyatta? And you may have said it earlier, but let our audience know. How did you meet this lady? And you said yes to the book project.
Yeah, so I met Kenyatta last year around the book launching date. A friend of a friend connected us. She goes to Miss Kenyatta's church, and I met her, and I really felt very connected to her. The book launch was so inspiring, and I was able to listen to all the panels and sit in the audience and observe so much, and just be blown away by the achievements of so many women there. And I just wanted to be a part of it. And I'm so grateful for Miss Kenyatta. And I was so grateful to be able to work hand in hand with her to develop this Ladies in Tech and Friends for book 4. It was just an amazing opportunity, and I'm very grateful.
I'm telling you, I read to roll out the tissue box, Kenyatta. I'm telling you, I know. If I could hand the box over to you, because I know those tears are flowing. Listen. All right, Kimmisha, how did you meet Kenyatta?
We actually met in the DR, and we did speeches. Her husband filmed the event, and then we kind of celebrated together, and we just kind of kept in touch. And then at the beginning of this year, the end of last year, I reached out to her and I told her about the tech that I was building, and she was intrigued.
Wow. And so from there is now you're in the book. I love it. I love it. Come on, Miss MonicaFaye. Tell us, how did you meet this amazing lady who is the visionary of this project that you're part of?
I actually met Kenyatta through Andrea last year when they were planning volume 3. I was asked to join, but I was in the middle of doing some other project myself and I couldn't. But I was floored by Kenyatta as soon as I met her. I was the entire group, but Kenyatta is just a fearless leader. And I really appreciate her too. I was floored, just like Sydney, just like, wow, this is great. I felt at home. Everyone was so welcoming. It was just amazing. And so I stuck to it, and I do believe in divine alignment. And I think that's where this is right now. I think that's where we are. So
yeah. I love it. That is great. Kenyatta, we're going to make sure you get a copy of all of this because we want you to have this for your archive. I love it. All right. Dr. Donnisha Davis, come on, tell us, how did you meet Kenyatta?
Okay, so I haven't met her in person, But I had just finished my launch of our app. That was in November. And we just launched our app in the DMV, and we had a sponsorship coordinator that worked with us who was also an author. And so she just texted me and said, "Oh, I think you should write this book with this lady that I know." And I said, "Okay," and then I just like clicked on the link and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm a woman in tech. This makes sense." And that's how it happened. So yeah.
And I'm sure you've had the conversation. This is powerful. You've never met physically, but you've had this connection. You just simply read her the background, the layout, the foundation of what this project was all about, which made you say yes to it. And I know, I know Kenyatta, she's made the visibility. She's made sure she's had that one-on-one virtual with you. Are you looking forward to March?
Absolutely. I definitely can't wait to actually hug her neck, so I mean, this is exciting. I'm so happy that I'm here, and we have similar stories that she's explained to me before. And so there's definitely room for us we're going to cry. It's definitely going to happen. So that part.
Oh, listen. Yes, indeed. Well, one that really knows Kenyatta is, yes, her sister. And so come on, Ms. Kimberly. I tell you, I just didn't realize that was you. But now when I look at her, I said, okay, that's you. That's her. Come on. We know you met her before all of this tech stuff. But what made you say yes to this project? And also, about your sister.
Well, Yada, she had encouraged me to do it last book, but I don't know. I just felt like that I'm not tech enough. I don't know. That's not me. I'm not a techie, but I don't. But she encouraged me and then to write the book and to tell my story. And she said, "Of course you have a story." But that's her. She's full of encouragement. And I did go to her book launch. Was it last year? And yes, and it was amazing. I'm like Sydney. I was in awe of all of the women and everything there. And so yes, that's what I'm here now, and it's I'm so proud to be a part of this book and a part of all these ladies and being in this with my sister.
Yeah. Audience, come on, let's give it up. I need to see some emojis over there in the chat. Listen, thank you, y'all, all the way from Florida. I see South Carolina. We, of course, know DMV is in the house to support these ladies. So thank you all. We got to give it up for sure. Well, those again, it's time to hear from these ladies. All right. We're going to just turn the mic over and let's hear what their contributions are going to be for this book. But in the meantime, I do want you to click on to the website of Dr. Kenyatta or Kenyatta Powers-Rucker. I'm telling you, she's going to be a doctor. We're going to prophesy that this week. She has earned it for sure. But go to KenyattaPowersRucker.com and go ahead and get your ticket. As she pointed out, is that it is both for in-person and virtual. If you're looking to be a speaker, you have something to contribute to this conference, go ahead and click on and see what that is all about. Have the conversation. All right. And so much over there. So do want you to go ahead and click on and listen. If you want to be a sponsor, we invite you for that too. If you don't want to speak, may not be able to attend, but you want to sponsor this amazing event, do go ahead, go to the link, go to the website and make that contribution. Okay. All right. Well, at this time, we are going to hear from our contributing authors. We're going to kind of do it this way. I'd like for Dr. Davis to go ahead and kick us off, if you will, and what this looks like for our audience. And we're going to step back and we're going to just hear. I love what I'm going to pause. Here's what Donna says. She says, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker is so encouraging. She helps you to see things in yourself that you didn't even know you had. Oh man, we got some stuff going on in here today. All right. And of course, thank you so much, Donna. That is beautiful. We've definitely got to give flowers where flowers are due. So Dr. Davis, we're going to yield back Did you put your information over in the, yeah, I do see it. Okay. Well, listen, this is going to give the ladies, we're just going to, yeah, go ahead and turn the mic over to you. Share a little bit about who you are as you did earlier, but what's your contribution to the book? And we're not going to give it away, but tell us enough that we want to, yes, say, yeah, we got to put a post note on our head when March the 21st comes through. Okay. All right. So we're going to yield back. Go ahead and take the microphone. The time is yours.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about what my chapter is. So the chapter is called Have the Audacity, and that's because I feel like I'm living proof that you can actually build while life is lifing. So again, about FlixMate, which is my business, it didn't really just start as like I planned it. It started as a problem that I was tired of living with. For me as an owner of FlixMate, as a user, right? And so people will always give recommendations for shows at like brunch or like in your group texts, and then you lose the title, you forget who told you about it, or you remember it, and then it's like too late. And so I wanted a simple way to hold on to those recommendations. And I basically said, okay, we need something to do this. Track what I'm watching, keep my watch list, and be organized. And so that's where FlixMate came in. And so it's discover, share, track on purpose. But the bigger story is what happened to get me to actually building it. So I mentioned that I retired early from the federal government in October. And you know, people say that retirement, they like to romanticize it, but it's not always a luxury choice, I would say. And so I do want to talk about that in the book, that, you know, sometimes it's a pivot that you have to make. And the pivot is sometimes shaped by the climate that you're in. So for me, taking that retirement meant walking away from stability, from something that was stable, into a level of uncertainty. And so, you know, I started sharing this because I feel like this is real. I feel like there are people that are still in that predicament right now, making that decision as, you know, do you stay or do you go? And, you know, I'm telling folks, have the audacity, right? So have that audacity. Again, it's my chapter. And for me, it's about self-authorization. It's about deciding your vision deserves room right now. Not after you feel ready, because sometimes it's going to be messy, and it's okay. So I guess if you would talk about like moving while you're messy, you know, feeling seen, you post your work, you name the price, you pitch the idea, you ask for the meeting, you take center stage. So many things about having the audacity. So I guess that's the biggest thing that I want folks to know is just betting on yourself, even when it's messy. So there you have it.
Oh, listen, that is good. Betting on yourself. That was my biggest takeaway that you mentioned. So I look forward to reading your chapter. That is the biggest takeaway, is betting on yourself. Ladies, would you all agree that and yes, and Andrea, Dr. Andrea, if you will, be ready to come on and let's pick up on that. Be ready, you know, betting on yourself. How many times that you all had to bet on yourself whenever you had to show up and you may have been the only one in the room, only female? Kenyatta talks about that, the only African-American female in the room. So betting on yourself that you did belong in that room. Come on, if you will, Andrea, and pick up from there and let us know.
That's a great segue into my chapter, actually, because not just for the careers not built for us, but and not just because I'm a woman in a male-dominated industry, but I also live with a disability. And so in my chapter, you'll find out a little bit more about that disability, but it's a disability that in the environments where I work, they're not built with chronic fatigue in mind. And so on paper, it shouldn't work. You know, statistically, it shouldn't work, but logically, even it shouldn't work. I have been fired from many, many jobs because of my disability. But God, right? And so I'm not defined by that. It is a health diagnosis, but I don't allow that to become the ceiling. So my chapter is really written from the perspective of that these rooms weren't designed for me, right, with this limitation in mind. But the expectations also don't consider the invisible disabilities, but yet here I am. I have, sometimes I think when you think of disabilities, you can't focus on them. I've also been a single parent. I weather many storms. And so when that's not your focus, and your focus really has been my focus has really been since 1991 on the Lord and how he has made a way. He has made crooked paths straight. Like and I'm going to talk about it more in the book, but just his help alone has really caused me to soar above that, which what other people would say would be a hindrance. So I'm really writing to encourage anyone who has felt disqualified because of a diagnosis, because of a delay, because you didn't take the traditional path. Maybe you started later in life, or your body doesn't even cooperate with your calling. Your condition is real. Your challenges are real, but so is your capacity. And with Christ, all things are possible. We don't ignore our disabilities. We steward them, and we adapt, and we build systems around them. And so this book my chapter really isn't about pretending that they don't exist, but it's about refusing to let them define your ceiling and your calling.
Well, that is powerful. Yes, indeed. Defining. And as you mentioned, is that going in with the disability, going in, and I love the transparency. A lot of people may have gone through that period. Yeah, you're losing job after job, or you're saying you've been literally fired. And here you said, when you look back at that, Andrea, what have you said to her?
Well, I wasn't honest. I wasn't upfront. I've actually walked out the door the day I was being fired and told my boss about the disability. I didn't know, that there were certain regulations and guidelines to protect you. So because of the disability, I just avoid sharing it. But yeah, I've lived and learned, and I've learned how to depend on the Lord. So it's all a testimony to his goodness and his power. Definitely.
Listen, we got to give it up because we're looking forward to what you have written in this book. Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4. I'm loving it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And now we're going to hear from Kimmisha. Michels, come on, share with us what's going to be your contribution. We've heard from your peers, the other contributing authors. We talked about being present, showing up, no matter what, having the audacity to show up. Then going through the journey of, the seasons of doors closing, but yet other doors open, and the faith walk. So come on, let's pick up from there.
So that's a great segue. And I will say, like Andrea said, showing up no matter what is important. In my chapter, I talk about breaking barriers and building innovation, creating technology that is not there yet. And how sometimes when you're in a room with people and you're explaining what you're doing, and they look at you like, well, you have the nerve. What makes you think you're so special to address this? Because, my technology is about addressing the issue of the after effects of what business failure cost us. And no one really looks at that. People don't think about it causes homelessness rates to go up, suicides, mental health breakdowns, but it also collapses our communities. And so when I talk about bringing a solution to that, it's like, oh, you got the nerve. I don't know who she thinks she is. She just needs to sit down in her corner and just design a flyer. So, not only showing up, but not caring what other people's opinions are, and not making your worth on what other people think of you is important. And you just got to keep on going.
Got to keep on going. How many of you, and it's kind of like as you were talking, we were talking about showing up. We're talking about having the audacity, walking through the journey of doors being closed, being diagnosed. And as you're saying is that showing up with the inner strength, the courage, even when you felt that others didn't want you to be in the room. That is powerful. We look forward to hearing. And what's your chapter called?
It's called Breaking Barriers and Building Innovation, Creating Technology That Doesn't Exist.
That is powerful. Listen, I hope you all are listening, sharing it out, because this is amazing. We're talking about the book that's soon to be released. Yes, Ladies in Tech, Volume 4, Ladies in Tech and Friends. Kenyatta, I got to get the friend part. I'm a friend. Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4, with the amazing visionary author. She's a 10-time Amazon #1 best-selling author, visionary author. And yes, she's brought along these ladies. 24 of them will be in this book. You've got to get this book. Put it on your Post-it note. Put it on your refrigerator, in your phone. Set the timer. Because what's happening in March, listen, we're hearing from these amazing ladies. You've heard their testimonies, what their contribution is in the book, as well as how they met the visionary author on tonight. We're going to keep it moving, and we're going to hear from, let's see, we heard from Dr. Davis, Dr. MonicaFaye. Come on, let's hear from you. All right, let's hear what you're bringing to the book. All right, and I'm gonna yield back. Before you do speak, let's go ahead and give a great big shout out. Donna's over there. She's definitely being my moderator on tonight. I love it, love it, love it, love it. She is saying, yeah, they don't want to talk about it. Thank you, Commissioner, for showing up. Absolutely. And then, of course, let's see what else we got. You refuse to let your disability define your calling. I love it. So we've got some great comments over there. Dr. Andrea, she says, Andrea Smith, absolutely astonishing. No limits with God. Carolyn, here's a new one. Carolyn says, powerful words. Carolyn Blackman J. Carolyn, let us know where you're watching from. How did you find us? And ladies, Andela, she wrote here, yes, ladies, I cannot wait to read your stories. Yes, indeed. So we do. And Stephanie Green, thank you for coming through, Stephanie. We've got some great comments. Sharika, I do see you. Lots of comments. So as we keep it moving here, we're having a great conversation and having a lot of fun. But don't forget, March 21st and 22nd, we do want you to go to, to the website of, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker. Get your tickets. Become a sponsor. Listen, if you want to be a speaker, you also want to fill that out. Lots of opportunities that are presented. I'm going to yield for Dr. Donnisha Davis at this time.
Monica.
Okay. I thought she said Donnisha. Sorry.
I did. I did. Forgive me. I'm looking at her. That's what it was. I was looking at her. Oh, listen, it's a lot of you all. Y'all help me. Y'all gonna help moderate it. As I say, co-host, listen. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Miss MonicaFaye.
Okay. So my chapter just talks about my journey. I started out around 1992 in information systems. I got certificates and thought I would go into just technology at the time, couldn't get a job. So I had to pivot, and I went into healthcare, actually. And I didn't realize at the time that that would lead me to something much bigger in technology. So the pivot was fine. I just didn't know that that was God's plan. I spent over 20 years just working in healthcare, really 30 years of healthcare. I worked in e-commerce startups where I learned technology, business, and strategy. Just rose up over the years to director of e-commerce for a Fortune 500 healthcare company over time, where I just built businesses for them, digital businesses for them, scalable processes and growth strategies just to build them up. Doing nothing for myself, just doing it for them, but they didn't appreciate it. And it took me 20 years to see that they saw no value in me. They saw numbers because I was delivering those. I took one business that we started with and turned it into 6 revenue generating businesses, not just revenue, but profitable businesses over time, as well as marketplaces. I was implementing and managing marketplaces and producing multi-million-dollar revenue for these businesses, for this one business. And I even learned at the time that I needed to spend less in budgets for PPC, which is the pay-per-click, Google ads and things like that. And from that, it was another pivot into organic growth because my company at the time said, you can do it, but we don't have the funds for you to use for digital ads. So that's when I made the pivot to organic growth. And I really dove in and learned SEO and conversion rate optimization, analytics, and all those things. But I knew that I was still not being valued. And because of that, I had to start the pivot. But I didn't realize that until 2023, when I got this new boss, and I received the information that I'd have this new boss, and he came in like a tornado, basically trying to rip apart what I built over the years, and not really being supportive. So I decided a month into him coming that I'd be out. I won't go into all those details of how I made that change, but on my birthday, January 31st, 2024, I made the decision to exit. But I had planned for a year for that exit. And I'm grateful that I did, because I'm glad that I'm in the space that I am now. So despite all of the impact I made and what I had done and delivered, I realized that it was something that wasn't made for me. I was doing all of that for someone else and for their glory, and not my own. So I'm here now at the Digital Hall, and I'm excited about where I am. And if you get the book, you'll hear more about my story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, we will hear more about your story. I love what you talked about, your journey, and then working in the medical industry. But look where you are now and the building of your platform, your business. We're looking forward to hearing your story and hearing what God has done in your life. So thank you so much for being a contributing author of this amazing book. At this time, before we hear from Pratt, I want to say, Pratt, you'll be next. And then Sydney, we will be bringing you on. I do want to share my screen here and just share with you about, let me pull this off here, and I'm kind of doing two things back here on the background. Listen, I am so thankful to have Kenyatta here with me on tonight. And again, Ladies in Tech, this book here is Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4, Building Careers Not Meant for Us, is a bold collection of real stories from women like these ladies here who refuse to shrink, wait, or stay silent in industries that were never designed with them in mind. So that is what this is all about tonight. We are talking with these ladies and individuals who may not literally be in tech, but they've joined in this collaboration of stories in the writing of this book. Certainly will be a Amazon #1 bestseller, international bestseller. So we're super excited. We're believing that even now. Every time, Kenyatta, you come through, yes, y'all end up #1 bestsellers in all these categories. And so that's why, yeah. Listen, thank y'all for hanging out with us. I am going to yield. Want to make sure, Pratt, are you next? Yes, I believe you're next. Okay. And then after that, Kimberly. And then lastly will be Sydney. Okay. Come on, Pratt. We're going to yield. Come on and tell us, why did you say yes to this book? And you've been in other ones too. What made you say yes again?
Thank you, Sandy, for the question. As I said earlier, working with Kenyatta was like a breeze. It's not just a breeze. She makes it easy. She inspires you to do your best job. So once you are with her, it's very hard to leave her. My chapter here in this particular book My first book, I did talk about the mentorship and my journey. The second book, I talked about my journey. The third book, I'm more talking about pivoting the career. Like Andrea was saying, her technology career was on and off. It was a zigzag. If you look on paper, my career looks like a steady progress. I started as a computer engineer. My first job was a developer, moved into project management and now strategic development. But behind the scenes, every step forward required letting go of my own old version. Because when you're pivoting from one role to another, it's a completely different shift. And even in life, I moved countries, I worked in different countries. In technology world, I have changed culture, adapting to them, and I have rejuvenated myself again and again to learn these new things. So this chapter born from that realization. I didn't want to highlight the changes, but I wanted to honor the courage instead of feeling safer where you are. It's the transition where you have fear, self-doubt, uncertainty, but you also come back with growth and strength and resiliency and clarity. So I wrote this chapter for people if you feel stuck or behind in your career at some point. It's never too late. It's never too different. It's never too late to start again. And my journey is proof of that. Any change brings an upgrade. Sometimes you don't see when the change is happening, but the end of it, you will realize that it was for good. And sometimes bravest thing can we do is to choose ourselves and step into that unknown with that courage that you will figure it out. And I want to thank Kenyatta for having that vision and giving me that idea to talk about this pivoting within the career, to talk about the real, honest story of strength and growth and becoming what I have become. So my hope is that even if one person hear my story and gets that courage from it to move forward when they're feeling stuck, this chapter has done its job. Thank you.
Listen, Pratt, thank you. Listen, you all, when I first interviewed Pratt, if I can say so permissionly, that you were nervous. And so that's all of these opportunities that Kenyatta would make available for you all. And it was such an honor to meet you the very first time. I remember interviewing you for the very first time. And look at you now, just sharing your wealth of knowledge in the tech world and yes, and among your peers. And we're just so thankful for your contribution and what you do. You're out of New York area, is that correct? Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. So listen, I know you all are sharing this out. Listen, we're super excited. I'm going to continue on. We have so much. I love what you said about the change and pivot. And I believe that was MonicaFaye that talked about having to pivot. Am I right in that? I've got my notes. I got notes all over here. All right. And so we've had a great flow. So listen, you want to make sure you get this book. Here's the thing, because you're not going to want to put it down. One story can be a change. It can change the trajectory of your life. You may be wanting to get into the tech field. You may even have children, grandchildren. Listen, Kenyatta is I always tell you that the books that you're doing in Yes Now movement, it is forever green. And so the world is continuing to evolve. Tech is not going anywhere, just like social media is not going anywhere. But it's how you use it, what you do it with. Come on, and I believe who do I have next? Do I have Sydney or do I have Kimberly? Y'all help me out. Who's ready?
Get ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, come on and share, if you will. Yes, ma'am, indeed.
So my chapter is about starting anyway. I was born in 2004. I grew up alongside the rapid evolving technology and watching the digital world transform in real time. But my chapter is for anyone, especially those who feel like they're beginning or figuring out things. Many people are in the same position as I am, navigating uncertainty and learning as they go. And I truly, you can start at any age. It's never too early and it's never too late to begin. And starting anytime, age or experience does not and cannot define your potential. And always be curious. Curiosity opens so many doors and creates so many opportunities. And don't wait to feel like when you're perfectly ready. There might not ever be a perfect entry, but you were prepared. And be persistent and keep pushing forward even when it feels difficult. And for me, building a community with mentors and peers and a support system greatly mattered to me, and also giving back. Growth multiplies when it's shared with others. And I also believe passion is the start and it can create your dream, but discipline builds your future. So yeah, that's what my chapter is about.
Whew. Listen, you just dropped the mic in here, little lady.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you did.
Thank you.
Don't catch it. I don't know if y'all caught it. Yeah, somebody doing some hearts in there. Listen, yeah. I think I'm doing that thing that young people do that.
Yeah.
I heard it. Kenyatta, did you hear it? I don't know. You heard what I heard. There was a lot she said. Come on.
Coming from the young folk. This is what I love. My goodness, I love it. She sounds so.
Yeah, come
on. She was inspiring. Just listening to her was inspiring. And I know that it has been inspiring for others, especially those, not even just her age, but others as well. So thank you, Sydney. Thank you for that.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Listen, you just dropped a diamond in here. I see a t-shirt. Let me tell you what she said. She said, keep pushing. She said, building growth multiplies when shared. Girl. T-shirt. Okay. That needs to be on a billboard, a post-it note somewhere. Yes. Growth multiply. It does keep pushing, and then I heard you say building. But growth multiplies when shared. I could sit in that for a minute. Listen, audience, y'all over there, y'all listening? Are you hearing what this young lady's saying? I love it. Listen, this is what happens when you come to coffee conversation table. Yes, indeed. Oh, listen, I love it. This is so refreshing. And so at this time, yes, I want to say that we are now going to hear from Kimberly Jenkins, who is a contributing author for this amazing book. And Kimberly, come on. And I'm going to yield my mic, as they say.
Yeah, well, Cindy just dropped the mic on everybody, so well, I guess my career, my IT career actually started years ago, when I started with micros, doing point of sales, and I did that for a few years before I joined the Army. When I joined the Army, I was 33 years old, so I wasn't a fresh teenager going in. And it was a big eye opener for sure, being with the young kids. So when I did that experience, I couldn't do IT. They told me there wasn't anything available, so I had to do HR. So I pivoted there. It was when they say pivot and you have to do something different, this in life. I've went through several pivots, and it's okay to pivot for sure. That's life. Change, is life has changed. So I did that for 20 years, and the things that you see and overcome as a woman, that I've had to overcome, it makes you grow, if anything. But you see things and you realize things, and it just makes you teach the people. As a leader, you know what to teach, so things will change. So you don't want them to have to go through the same thing. So it just makes you a better person overall, I think. and then just getting out after doing 20 years of that, I just wanted to go back into IT. So I pivoted back into IT, and now, of course, I'm the only woman again, and it's challenging sometimes, but it's still okay. Sometimes it's okay working with men, but it's still they don't understand, and you still have to just learn how to stand your ground and just put just speak your voice. It's okay. They will get it. They will understand. But yeah. And so that's my story. I'm looking forward to um, getting this book out of there.
I know you are. Listen, I thank you for sharing. Even just as you talked about, the word pivot has been echoed a few times, but as you mentioned, of being that only female in the room, how you're able to talk about that in rooms where there are females, giving them the expectation that it can occur, it can happen, but how do you handle it? At this time, it is always my custom to yield back. I want to hear from our visionary as we get ready to wrap this up. Ladies, be ready to just let us know, giving your last plug to the book. But listen, this has been an amazing night. I thank you so much for coming through, allowing me to moderate and interview you and walk in this journey with you as authors for this soon to be a #1 bestseller. The book will be released in March. Visionary author, 10-time Amazon bestseller author. Yes, and international bestseller. She's a global speaker. Yes, and an entrepreneur herself, and none other than Kenyatta Powers-Rucker. I'm going to yield back. I got a couple of things I'm doing and some sharing. Listen, audience, y'all have been just on fire tonight. I love it. I'm going to yield back, Kenyatta. All right, and take it away.
So, have you all heard from these amazing authors and hearing a part of their stories and knowing what type of book this is going to be? So, we've just heard just from a little bit from each of the authors. But when we talked about earlier about what some of them gone through, some of the challenges they faced, and some of the things that we have all faced similar situations, but we all have our unique path of doing it, our unique path of getting there. And everything has just been so encouraging for the readers. So as we start getting through these books and hearing from the different authors, this is just 8 of us in here, and now we still had 24 other authors. You'll be delighted to get a copy of Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4, Building Careers Not Meant for Us. Now, we do have the ebook, our bestsellers campaign, that will be on February 24th. So you all mark your calendars for February 24th is where we will have our bestsellers campaign. The book actually will be available for pre-sale starting next week. So be prepared for pre-sales for next week so that we can be prepared to give you a copy of the book in the third week in March. And of course, at the book launch, we will have our March 21st in person in Towson and March 22nd as a virtual experience. We will have a copy of the book for those that are there in person. We have sponsor opportunities. We have virtual speaking opportunities. So if you're interested in any of that, KenyattaPowersRucker.com. But we hope to be able to see you at the book launch on March 21st in Towson, Maryland. More information at KenyattaPowersRucker.com. So thank you, Sandy, for having us. We so appreciate you. Thank you, ladies, for our collaborating authors, for being a part of tonight's coffee conversations. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you, again, hearing your stories. Oh, and thank you for all of the kind words you all said. I mean, I'm happy. I had me in tears over here. So thank you. One thing I truly believe is that every single author is divinely aligned and supposed to be here. I've had people that say, I don't know if I'm supposed to do it or if I should do it. And how can I? I have nothing to say. I have nothing to report. If you are a lady in tech, you got a story to tell, period. If you are a lady in tech, I know you have a story to tell. So I'm thankful for your yes. I'm thankful for you all being here and being a part of Ladies in Tech Volume 4. Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4.
Yes, indeed. Listen, let's give it up for the visionary author herself. Yes, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker. Listen, amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Again, you want to go to the website and register. Also, we did have, thank you, Donna, for doing that over there. It is over in the chat, whether you're listening on Facebook or whether you're listening on YouTube. You definitely want to make sure that you do that. Okay. Well, listen, there's a conference coming up. I do want to quickly share my screen because, as I told you, we are being sponsored by, we're being sponsored by the Herpreneur Network International. They have a conference coming up with the phenomenal Dr. Nikki Ziegler, who is the founder of the Herpreneur Network. There is the Her Code experience that is happening in Atlanta. It is happening in Atlanta. The Herpreneur Network International Her Code experience will be March the 12th through the 15th. As I'm about to share my screen, I was over here in just a minute. I'll put it in the link here, but do want to share just one of their images, the plethora of speakers that will be there. Let me see here, y'all. Just bear with me here just a minute, if you will. I'm having a slight delay here. Wouldn't you know it? There we go. All righty, let me get back over here and share my screen here. And also, it will be, I'll put the link up in just a minute. I'm just having a little lag going on here. I'm sorry. But we want you to know about the Her Code experience. And this is happening in Atlanta, Georgia. There it is. And these are a few of the keynote speakers that will be in Atlanta. The Her Code experience is more than just another conference. This conference here will have amazing speakers on the stage, panel speakers. If you are new in business and you're going to be in the area, listen, come on. There are day tickets that are available. There's a 4-day ticket available. You can stay right there at the Marriott Airport Hotel. That is going to be the accommodations. I will be putting that link up. If you just want to come for a couple of the events, there is the Pink Fire Brunch. And yes, and super excited about that. When you go to the website, you'll see what that's all about. That's in a mid-afternoon. Then, of course, there is the Her Awards, and many individuals that will be receiving for awards just to honor their contribution in the business world, in the media world, and different areas of influence. And so we want to give Dr. Nikki Ziegler a congratulations. This is called Access Granted. So it's really good. So go ahead and go over to the website, and that way you will be able to be in the know if you're in the Atlanta area, a surrounding area, or if you simply want to fly on in. Listen, March 12th through the 15th, it's going to be more than just a business conference. Okay. So we do want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in on tonight. And yes, these ladies are going to do a round robin right quick. We've been in for a little longer than we usually do, but the conversation has been great. And listen, I want the ladies to be ready, to do their last pitch. We're going to quickly give us one word, that you want to talk about, mention to these listeners and what's going to be happening in March. I'm going to start with Andrea and we'll go on with Kimmisha. After that, Dr. Davis, we're going to do it popcorn style. MonicaFaye, yes, Sydney and Kimberly, and then Pratt. All right, we'll go in that order.
So my last closing word would be tell your story. Someone needs to hear that. Someone needs to be encouraged. And because sometimes the job may not have been made for you, you've been made for the job. So for those who may want to reach me or follow me, you can reach me on my website, integrapathsolutions.com.
Awesome. Oh, your mic is on. I'm sorry, Kimmisha. We want to hear all of that wonderful stuff you got to say. So come on.
So I just want to encourage anybody who is trying to do something that's different outside of the box and people don't want to jump on board. Just remember, if it's okay. You only need one person to believe in you. Walt Disney, Milton Hershey, they failed. Milton was shunned by his family, but don't let that stop you, because when you are building greatness, it does come at a loss. But be encouraged to keep pursuing, because somebody needs what you're building.
I love it. Somebody needs what you are building. I love it. We're going to give a great big shout out to Sarah. She says very inspiring over on the YouTube channel. Okay, come on, Dr. Davis.
All right. So for me, the last thing I want to leave folks with is have the audacity. That's it.
That's it. Have the audacity.
Have the
I
audacity.
love it. All right, MonicaFaye, come on, if you will.
Yes, I would just say turn your pain into a pivot, into a purpose. Just in that order. I mean, sometimes you go through things, but it's a painful situation, and then you have to pivot, but then turn it into purpose.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Dr. Patricia Goodman. Yeah, she's in the VA area, Virginia. Come on. Hello, Dr. Goodman, for coming through and supporting. And yes, Sydney, you're next. I love it, Monica. That was good, MonicaFaye.
So my word is start anyway. Even if you're unsure, you're afraid, if you're new, start anyway.
If you're new, start anyway. And let's not forget, listen, there was some diamonds dropped in here. This is the lady that dropped the mic. She said, growth multiplies when shared. I'm not going to forget that one. All right, come on, if you will, Kimberly. Come on, if you will, baby.
I would say your past doesn't limit you. It prepares you.
I love it. Yes, ma'am. Indeed, indeed. All right. Lastly, but not least, Pratt, come on. I know you're going to seal it in for us, if you will. Lights and camera on you. Come on.
The ladies have covered it absolutely well. I can only sum it up. There is nothing I can add. Be resilient. If things doesn't work out, pivot, find a new direction, find your purpose, and somebody has to hear your story. So please tell it, share it, inspire others.
Listen, yes, someone is inspired. We have this little thing here in our studio that clap hands. Let's see if it'll do it, y'all. Let's see. There we go. Yes, a repeat. And yes, we're clapping our hands too. Yes, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker, lady, you did it again. And to God be all the glory. We applaud you. We salute you. Thank you for making an impact. Listen, Coffee Conversation family, thank you for coming through. I want to thank Andrea Smith for coming through. Kimmisha, thank you for being here with us on this evening and all that you contribute. Sydney, thank you, lady. Listen, I tell you, you better go ahead and do that t-shirt. Listen, Dr. Donnisha Davis, thank you for coming through. Kimberly, thank you. And Pratt as well. I hope I didn't leave out anybody. MonicaFaye, thank you for all ladies, and Kenyatta, most of all, thank you for trusting Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast. Yes, listen, if you're listening to the replay, you don't know what to do. If you're listening now in the audience, I want to thank you on behalf of these authors of this amazing book. Share this out. Share it with your community. If you're in the DMV area, don't forget, be in the place March 21st, 22nd. And as I heard Kenyatta mention, put it on a Post-it note. Put it on your head, on your refrigerator. It's happening February the 24th is the bestseller campaign. And so we're going to, yes, buy some books, share them out, buy a couple, buy 10, send them out to 10 people, okay? All right. Well, I'm Dr. Sandy Sanders. It is always an honor and a pleasure. I want to thank you all for making year 7 phenomenal. We're in 7. This is our perfect year, and we're excited about what God is going to be doing and what we're able to provide for you with these amazing authors coming from all over the world. And so, as always, you guys know that I love you. Be blessed. Ladies, stay with me in the green room. I love you. Listen, take care. All right, audience, y'all are the best. All right, we'll talk with you all soon, and be blessed. Take care, and I will talk with y'all soon. I'll see you soon with another episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy.